Also, from Parents Defending Education, former teachers union member, she's so smart, Erika Sanzi, is going to set this straight. More school boards and districts in Virginia openly defying their own state governor, Youngkin, on schools and their agendas and parental rights. And we have a major Catholic school system now moving in favor of parents. That's next on the Evening Edit. Look who's here, Erika Sanzi from Parents Defending Education. Erika, we love having you on. Erika, what is going on in Virginia? Now we count 4 big school districts in Virginia openly defying Governor Youngkin and the state's new parental rights law. Let's go through it. It's Fairfax, Prince William County, Alexandria City, and Arlington County. What's going on?
Well, what's going on is that a small but loud group does not like the decision that the governor made. And we have to understand a couple things. First of all, this is being framed in a very dishonest way. So what the critics of the governor are saying is that this is anti-LGBT. Well, first of all, it's not anti-anything, and it doesn't really even involve those first 3 letters. These policies have nothing to do with gay students. They have nothing to do with this idea of outing students for their sexual orientation. This policy is completely and exclusively about gender identity, and it has to do with students who have chosen to change their identity in school, but withhold that from their parents. And until the governor stepped in, schools were allowing the child to direct this. So that would mean that if your child was using a different name, using different facilities, locker rooms, restrooms, sleeping quarters on overnight field trips, the parents were not told and had no right to know. So what the governor did is he stepped in and said, nope, we're going to begin parental notification policies. And again, it's not anti-anybody, and it has nothing to do with LGBT. It just has to do with this issue of gender identity and this common practice across the country of withholding information from parents about their own children on this topic.
So is it about schools taking that power away from parents?
100%. What it essentially is, it's the only time we've ever seen where the student is put in the driver's seat and they make all the decisions. So it's to say, do your parents know? You get to say yes or no. Do you want them to know? Can we tell them? Are we allowed to use this different name? And whatever the student says, they're the authority. Now, what's strange about this is that when the critics of this and those who are saying that they're going to defy this, including superintendents, is that they'll say, well, the child doesn't feel safe telling their parents. It's we need to make them feel safe. The parents could harm their children. So first of all, we have this new default where instead of assuming that the parents are the most loving caregivers, instead now the assumption is that if a child withholds information from their parents, it's because the parents are harmful and dangerous, which then would lead us to ask, well, based on that logic, how could you ever tell parents that a kid failed a test? How could you ever tell parents that a kid was being suspended for fighting? It's just, so, they tell parents everything except for this one thing that is very significant and often helps to explain to parents when things are going on with their child that something seems off. What they'll often say after the fact is that this was the missing piece of the puzzle. My child was using a different identity at school and nobody told us.
Okay, well, this is amazing stuff. Now we're going to have possibly